In the serene monastery sandwiched between massive mountains, a young monk named Arun carried a burden of ceaseless expectations. The villagers sought him for wisdom, fellow monks found guidance under him, and travelers passing through took comfort in his words. His heart was open and ever-giving, but his spirit was growing weary. One day, Arun went to the Buddha, and his face was shrouded in exhaustion. He bowed before the Buddha, his voice very low. "Master, I am overwhelmed. Everyone seeks my help, and I cannot refuse them. But now I have no time for meditation, no peace for myself. What should I do?" The Buddha smiled slightly and said, "Let me tell you a story. A wise and kind merchant named Dev used to live in a distant village. His reputation for generosity was such that people came from miles around to get his advice, borrow his assets, or solicit his favors. Dev never rejected anyone. It was his responsibility, he believed. But time went by and the loads mounted on his shoulders. He continued working day and night, as if his own happiness was something like a candle burning at both ends. One day, an old traveler came leaning on a wooden staff. "Kind merchant," he said, "I am tired. Will you carry this heavy sack for me?" Dev, despite his weariness, agreed as usual. But as he lifted the sack, the traveler asked, "Why do you not first set down some of your other burdens?" For the first time, Dev stopped. He let his gaze wander to all the weights he had carried for others, debts he owed not, problems not his own. He breathed deeply and dropped them, and then that strange lightness, that sense of freedom lost, returned to him. Buddha looked into the eyes of Arun and continued, "You must learn, as the merchant has learned to lay down what he is not intended to carry. When you do not take that which does not serve your own path, it is the clarity to fulfill his true purpose with which you agree." Arun bowed, realization flooding through him. From that day on, he learned the art of saying no with wisdom and compassion. No longer drowning in the expectations of others, he rediscovered balance, serving not from obligation, but from a place of peace. For in setting boundaries, he had found true freedom.